Why do they doubt the kid?
Artlist.io.
I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, now hold your breath and face your death. Cause you play a roulette with each step I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bets. Cause we know where we at, we know we top tier. Cause all the hate that you bring, we know it stops here. I'm taking off like a rocket here and stopping here.
Music licensing reimagined.
We gon' always win. Promise that that's not a promise, yeah, that is a threat. You know that I promise to bring the team commas. When the whole team win, that's when you flex. Win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell 'em I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. We already know that we the coldest. Watch me heat it up, let me focus. I'm going toe to toe with foes. I know they notice. I kick in doors, they only hope for close. They ride, cause they know I go again. And when they get it dry, I'm the one that can make it flow again. Talk to me nice, my team, they ready to go again.
Music licensing reimagined.
We don't talk, better know the grind gon' match my walk. I'm a cheat code, I don't take no loss. Making no sense, run up the scope. Cause all I do is win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell 'em I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss.
Artlist.io.
I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I'm winning again and again and again, and it's all on repeat. I'ma just sit at the top cause I'm running it, dog. On me, I don't know defeat. Had to get back on the phone. I told them don't play with my name cause I know that it's friends. They want my spot at the top with the crown.
Music licensing reimagined.
I'ma always win.
Good evening. Welcome in from the Channel 9 studio. This is Sports Chat with Mr. 33. I am he, Mr. 33. After that eventful weekend as far as Wrestling Palooza and All Out AEW, we come back today starting with our normal Monday Night Raw recap. And tonight, Raw started off with Cody Rhodes coming through, after he defended his championship against Drew McIntyre. He comes out, he was trying to discuss what was going on, but, Seth came out and, he wanted to interject, ask him what he feel about him. Cody said, "You changed my life," and, they kept going back and forth. Seth's like, "The future's running through me." Cody like, "I'm the quarterback." Seth's like, "You could be a quarterback, but you ain't my quarterback." So, they going back and forth as they prepare themselves for Crown Jewel, which will be the next pay-per-view, which is in sometime in October. I want to say October 11th. I'm pretty sure of it. So, but don't quote me, but I just feel it's an October 11th thing. So they getting themselves hyped up about that match, champion versus champion. That's what Crown Jewel's about. Men's champion, women's champion. But we'll discuss the women in a minute. Then after that, in the back, you got the twins, Jimmy and Jay. They discussing whatever. Jay mad because LA Knight was in the way. He want to get back at him. Feels like if LA Knight wasn't in the way, they would have won. They just, I don't know what's going on with Jay. Jay got his eyes on LA Knight. I don't know what it is, but he watching him, so I guess he mad. So, they kept, they talked, they end that segment. the first match of the night was the War Raiders with Penta versus the New Day and Grayson Waller. This tag match, they trying to keep the tag team relevant in Raw, but ever since Grayson Waller joined New Day, he's been a little different. Grayson Waller started off with a kendo stick, started beating everybody. Kofi beating up on Penta. Then we know it turns around. Penta turns in favor, puts Kofi through the table, so on and so forth. But as the match is coming to an end, they gain it back. They get the kendo stick. Penta hits the Mexican Destroyer on Grayson Waller after a battle on the top rope. Got the 3 counts. So Penta and the War Raiders, they defeated New Day and Grayson Waller. It was a pretty good match. Well, anytime Penta's in a match, they have to give him credit for the athletic abilities that he constantly shows. So, then they did a little dance, and then backstage they talking about JD. After that match, he need to fight Rusev and all of this. Dom was just sitting there like, yo, y'all gotta go help defend me or whatever the case may be. They just hyping him up. Also backstage, Lyra is trying to apologize to Bayley, but Bayley is acting like something wrong with her. Like she got multiple personalities. I don't want to say it, that's 1 minute she's happy, 1 minute she's sad. This minute she's upset and, goes off on Lyra. Then we get the promo of Stephanie Vaquer as she won the women's title on Saturday at Palooza, defeat Io Sky in a very good match. She's pretty much just talking, and then Pierce comes out and tells Stephanie she's gonna fight the winner of the triple threat, Tiffany, Nia, and Jade at Crown Jewel, which sets up the woman versus champion scenario. As like I just said, Lyra is the world champion. Whoever wins that match Friday will be the SmackDown champion, and that leads to that part right there. Asuka and Kyrie is in the background. They talking in Rhea, and then they like, yo, let's get a match. Rhea accepts, so they set that match up. The next match before that though is Bayley versus Roxanne. Bayley, like I said, Bayley's she constantly changing move, but she goes out to battle, has a decent fight. At the end, though, Lyra comes in and helps Bayley out because the Judgment Day is out there. But Bayley gets a pin after that. So Bayley defeats Roxanne in that match, but then she's upset, and Bayley doesn't want to accept Lyra's hug. She was happy, then she just turned moody and walks out the ring. But Roxanne is doing what she can to get herself going. Realist, what's going on with you? Roxanne is trying to make herself relevant since she lost the tag belts, and she's getting in these matches. She's doing well in the matches. She's just not winning. So big up to Roxanne, but Bayley got the win. But in the back, they trying to find out what's going on with Jay. So Cody's like, let me holler at him real quick. Jay and Cody talking. Jay is yeah. In the back, they talking, and then Jay's looking at that belt like he might try him. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be upset if he did, but he's gonna try. But anyway, the next match is Rusev versus JD. I don't know what the hell they thought this was gonna be. JD got annihilated. It's no need to play with this. JD got annihilated. Put him in a Rusev, the fake Cobra clutch. I forgot what he called it. He just destroyed JD, and then Finn Balor comes out and saves him, well, helps him get up, and then Dom gets involved. So they start arguing with Dom like, yo, you're supposed to help him. You're supposed to help him. They didn't help him. That led to that. Then we got LA Knight and Jay. They make this match from earlier. They get it on. Jay's taking control. Then LA Knight comes back with his little roll. Then all of a sudden, the Brawns come up. They want to go at LA Knight. Jay takes advantage, spears him, goes up to the top, get a splash, get a 3 count, and then all of a sudden we see the Vision throwing up the ones like they trying to employ him to come to the dark side. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. But Jay did get the win. What up though? Shout out to my 33 brother in the chat. The word. But that was just the end of the night. Now, I don't know if you guys got to see WrestlePalooza. I'm gonna talk about that real quick. We saw an annihilation, and I got you. We saw an annihilation at WrestlePalooza. The first match was John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar laid him out. Like, when I say he laid him out, he hit him with about at least 5 F5s. Put him out. John Cena looked at garbage. I was kind of upset because I'm like, okay, we doing a retirement show for the man. I just let this man lose like that. He got destroyed. So Brock won in easy fashion. They had Paul Heyman come out and announce him at the main WrestlePalooza. That was the first match. Who was the second match? I can't remember who the second match was. Oh my God, who was the second match? I can't even remember. But we know at the main event was Cody and Drew. Drew did a lot of work. I will give him credit. I know my 33 brother can't stand that Cody cutter, but he just running and jumping off the rope and falling backwards, looking like, I don't know. But he kept hitting him with that Cody cutter, got that 3 count, and he defeated Drew to retain the belt, which is why he will be going to Crown Jewel. Saturday night, we saw the Usos versus the Brawns. Shout out to Jey Uso. Jey Uso took a bump in the head. He was concussed. They had to end that match short. Shout out also to LA Knight because he knew to shorten that match by telling Braun Breaker, yo, hit the spear and end this because he's not right. And he did so, got the win, and they left him alone. That's why if you look in certain videos, there's some footage of Jay, being laid out. He was concussed, but obviously he came back tonight and went right back to work. That just shows his commitment to making sure his contract is filled, maybe, or he loves doing what he do the other. It just shows the things that these guys are doing to make sure that the entertainment aspect of it is being shown. They would rather risk their health than miss a show. So shout out to Jay tonight, and they gave him a win tonight over LA Knight. So I know his concussion feels a little bit better, but they're looking at him like that bump in the head might lead to something, and it may turn him into a a heel, which may lead to a bloodline scenario with Jay, because I keep telling y'all he was the right hand man and he was the heir apparent. So if a group comes about it, don't be surprised, in my opinion. We just spoke about EO losing to Stephanie Vaquer. And all of these matches that in Palooza, they was like straight matches. They was good, clean matches. No interference. Nobody came in and did anything crazy. It was just straight clean matches. And, nobody can say, well, this one pulled something out the hat and cheated. There's, grabbing of the tights for pins. You can't say none of that. Yeah, Jay get ready to go crazy. I'm kind of excited for it. And this is right after, they made John Cena turn heel. So I guess they trying to show you that great baby face can become a great heel in just a snap of a finger or whatever. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes, right? But yeah. So those I'm missing a match. I can't remember the last match that I missed. Spoke about Becky and did I speak about Becky and them? So Becky and them lost to AJ. AJ hit the Black Widow. She hit it on both of them. Then she got it on Becky. Becky is, I don't know, man. Becky she ain't doing something right because she be looking all goofy and like she lost in some of these matches, right? But when she put the Black Widow on her, she's supposed to have been out. But she running around all confused, just falling and getting up and falling. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But they did get the victory, CM Punk and AJ. So shout out to them. But there was nothing like really new to talk about on SmackDown tonight. Besides the Jay. I'm just watching Jay. I'm seeing that there's going to be a turn. They trying to make it seem like he's going to turn to the Vision. I think he's going to turn the family and do what Roman did before. And I think Roman might turn around and be the wise man. They might try to turn it into a mob type thing. You know what I mean? Keep it in the family type scenario, maybe. I'm not sure. But I just think Jay is getting ready to turn into something. Because I really don't know what's going on with the Vision. The Vision's not even working together like it was three of them against the world. Now they all separated. They worried about Seth is worried about his wife, and the Bronze is just out there by themselves. Well, Paul Heyman just got back, so that's a good thing. So we got to keep an eye on all of that. There's nothing else going on like the War Raiders. I'm not worried about none of them. I do believe that the Judgment Day is gonna break up, and I believe that Dom is gonna team up with the Grande Americano. However many of them is there, he's gonna team up with them. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. Maybe it'll expand a little bit more. Raw did come on an hour early. It started at 7:00 again. I don't know if that's permanent, so I'll keep an eye out for that and keep you guys updated if that's going to be a regular occurrence that Raw is starting at 7 instead of at 8 and going all the way to, I think it ended like 9:30 tonight, 9:40-ish, but it ended before 10. Yeah, they still a thing, realists. I don't know. They holding on because they're not fighting nobody. I think they still got the belt. That's how crazy it is. I think they still got the belt, but they ain't even fighting nobody. So I don't even know what's the point of them having a belt. I don't know if they're gonna fight the Wyatt Six. Maybe they should do that for Crown Jewel, Wyatt Six versus the Judgment Day, or maybe they'll do that at War. I don't know, but they need to do something. But it was very quiet per se on Raw, so I was just very particularly watching what was going on with that. I did catch a couple of matches of AEW's pay-per-view. It was okay, but I think I'll blame myself because I don't really follow, because like I said, their pay-per-views are better than the actual Saturday or Wednesday shows, so it's like hard to follow them because if they drag the thing like uh what's the girl's name? Roxanne, not Roxanne. Oh my God, Sasha Banks, who used to be in Raw, she over there now. She got like 95 belts, and it's like she just went over there and dominated and got all these belts. How that work? But it's hard to keep up with something when you only watch like the pay-per-views, right? Especially when it's storytelling involved. It's not like boxing. You can go ahead and watch the Crawford and Canelo fight, and you can see what the story is about in that one match. You got to watch these shows in order to pick up what they're putting down. And because I haven't been watching, I'm trying to watch it, but it's like I can't pay attention because it's so stagnated. So it's like there's no drive, no energy into it. So we don't know. But that was the end of this weekend's wrestling action. Tonight was about Raw, but I'm gonna quickly shift over to the Monday night game. The Monday night game was about two 1-on-1 teams, one from Detroit. They went down to Maryland to play Baltimore, and it was a pretty fair game for the most part. They going in the fourth quarter. It was 21 apiece, but a costly fumble by Derrick Henry, which was his third in as many weeks. That's something they're gonna have to check out. And after that, Detroit, they went on a 17-9 fourth quarter to get the 38-30 victory. That even though that touchdown at the end, it just made the game closer, but looked closer, but it wasn't really that close. Jared Goff had an efficient game. He was 20 of 28 for 202 yards, one touchdown. David Montgomery had a nice 72-yard run, which helped him get to 100 yards rushing. He was actually 12 carries for 151 yards. And Jahmyr Gibbs, his counterpart, was 67 yards with 22 carries. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he led the receivers with 7 catches with 77 yards and a touchdown. But this was about the front line. Aiden Hutchinson consistently putting pressure on Lamar Jackson. They kept pace with Lamar Jackson. Al-Quadin Muhammad stepped up today. He was flashing. He had 2.5 sacks. They had about 5 or 6 sacks maybe today. And, if you look at the Ravens stats, I mean, Lamar's stats was not that bad. It was 21 of 27 for 288 yards, 3 touchdowns, no pick. Derrick Henry only had 12 carries for 50 yards. But like I said, once he fumbled, that drove him crazy. But they only rushed the ball 19 times. So they didn't get it done. Mark Andrews led the receivers with 6 receptions for 91 yards. He finally caught the ball. Inside joke. If you ain't watched the playoffs last year, y'all know what I'm talking about. 2 touchdowns in the game. Lamar fumbled. Derrick Henry lost the fumble. There was not really no pressure for. Shout out to the Lions offensive line. They didn't really have no pressure on him. He didn't get no sacks really per se. So Detroit goes to 2-1. And their next upcoming game, they play Cleveland on Sunday. Then they play Cincinnati. Then they play the Chiefs before playing the Buccaneers October 20th. That's their next 4 games. With their 2-1 record, they are all 3 is tied. The Patriots, the Lions, the Packers, and Minnesota, and Chicago is at 1 and 2, right behind all 3 of those teams. So the NFC North is popping. They cooking. You know, the Lions are back where they want to be. I'm gonna let my guy come up here because I know he want to talk. He feeling good about himself. Also, congratulations to my 33 brother. He won this week's picks. I believe he went 13-3 this week as far as the picks of the week. So, congratulations to him. As y'all know, we do the picks. We do the picks every week. Thursday we'll start this week with the Cardinals. They'll be hosting the Seahawks. So, if you're going to pick that game, we'll pick that game Thursday. But all Sunday games you can pick before 1:00. Even if you, like I said, if you just need to pick that Thursday game because all right, you want to pick all of the games, that's cool. But just pick it before kickoff, which is around 8:30 Thursday. But that's just a way for us to see if we watching these games and think that this team is going to do this, that, and the third. It's fun building. We could talk our smack afterwards, and we go from there as far as that. So but congratulations to the Word with his successful picking this week. But like I said, a lot of the games that we lost, like I'm pretty sure nobody didn't pick the Browns. If you're not from Cleveland and you go hard with the Browns, I don't think nobody was picking Cleveland to beat the Packers, but that's what happened. I think I'm not too sure if you was outside of the Carolinas. You would have picked the Panthers to beat the Falcons. Not only did the Panthers win the game, they left them with a donut, a 0 on a scoring column. I don't think nobody picked that game. But, me personally, like I told y'all before I picked it, like it was hard for me to pick certain games. I'm not believing in – I still don't believe in Daniel Jones and the Colts, but they're 3-0. So now we got 6 teams that's 3-0. So now we're going to start paying attention to the 3-0 team, see which team is going to keep it going. It's the Colts, it's the Niners, it's the Chargers, Buffalo, and Philly. I think it's 5. I think it's only 5. Yeah. Buffalo, Philly, Colts, Chargers. I just named the 15. No, you good. I can't remember the 15 I just said. Colts and the Niners, 49ers. The 49ers are 3-0. So those are the 5 teams that off the top of my head that's 3-0. So we're going to start watching those guys. There are some good, division games or division races. Like I said, in the NFC North, we got Lions and I almost said Lions, Tigers, Lions, Packers, and Vikings like last year, all at the top of the league with 2-1. We know. I'm sorry. Tampa Bay is the other team. Tampa Bay is still 3-0. Baker Mayfield is playing outstanding football. He's leading his team back in the final minutes to win 2 of the last 3 games, if I'm not mistaken. So that's the 6th team. I knew it was 6. I couldn't remember the last one until it popped up because they beat the Jets, even though the Jets blocked the field goal, ran it back, took the lead, and with a minute left, Baker Mayfield drove them down the field, got them to the field goal range, kicked the field goal, won the game. So it's definitely a lot, to be excited about. You know what I mean? We're almost at the quarter point of the season because we're all at week 4. If I'm not mistaken, Steelers are playing in Ireland. I forgot who they're playing. Who are they playing next week? Oh man, they're playing the Vikings next week in Ireland. That'll be at 9:30 Sunday morning. So you get an extra game of football because you got 9:30. Then that'll lead to about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Oh my bad, I ain't even see you. What up though?
My bad. Hey, what game? What game you say nobody picked? The Colts?
No, I said nobody picked the Browns to beat the Packers.
Oh no, I don't think nobody.
Ain't nobody picked the Browns to beat the Packers. Ain't nobody picked the Falcons to lose to the Panthers.
No, I know I definitely did.
Yeah, those are the two upset games. I forgot the third game you lost. I
The
posted,
Bears.
but it
Who
was,
did the Bears play? Bears played
and
somebody.
that's the third game because I didn't pick the Bears to beat the Cowboys. That's the third game.
Yeah, Bears and Cowboys. Yeah, I
At
was like, oh wow, it's football though, bro. That's the beautiful thing about football. Any given Sunday, bro. They mean that shit. That shit is real, bro. Like, like even think about last year how potent Baltimore was. I'm like, bro, why you losing against the Browns, bro? Like, why y'all losing against the Browns?
I was sitting here looking at it this week. I see Jordan Love didn't produce no magic because that defensive line they was on him. It's just like how the Lions was on Lamar Jackson tonight, right?
Man,
You can't get mad at Lamar. He only missed 6 passes. The problem was they lost the ball, and once they lost that fumble, they took advantage of that fumble. They scored, and that was it. They got the timely fumble. They got the defense rocking in the fourth quarter, chasing Lamar Jackson all over the field. People really don't understand why they say defense wins championships. We understand that points gives you wins, but if you could stop a team, that's your defense giving you a championship. So it's very simple when you think about it, but everybody want points and offense. Even though this game was 38-30, it wasn't that close, to be honest with you. Like I said, in the fourth, they got that last touchdown with 2 minutes to go.
yeah.
So it wasn't that close, but I think last week's game against the Bears, it really got the offense jump started, and they carried on to today.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That first game, I thought I was worried that they lied because they lost a couple. They lost Zeitler, and there was somebody else. They they got two young boys on that line. The two guards are young boys. They
Mm-hmm.
looked horrible in that Packers game. And I'm looking like, oh man. And that was the meat and potatoes of the Lions, bro. It was the offensive line, but they got it together. They look good. Today I'm watching how they shifting off of they doubling, they shifting, picking up linebackers, and I'm looking like this is what I'm talking about. And them dudes some hogs, man. Them two young
Mm-hmm.
guards, they from them from Christian Mahogany and damn, what's the other dude's name? I know Mahogany. We got him like a year, 2 years ago, and I was like, man, when he get his feet settled, I knew he was gonna take that position on me. That little boy, he a mauler, man, and he proving it.
Yeah, that first week, was Michael Parsons, his first game, and they was all hype. They wanted to do it for Micah and so on and so forth. But we have to understand with some teams, right? When you get a new offensive coordinator, a new defensive coordinator, it takes you time to get a rhythm. In this particular case, it took them a couple of weeks to start the rhythm because like I said, you see the game, they scored every quarter. The Lions scored at every quarter, even if it was just a touchdown. They was consistently scoring, consistently driving the ball down the field, and no disrespect to the Ravens defense, they really didn't have an answer per se. And then when they got the
Hey,
short field, it made it even worse.
bro, between the tackles, they couldn't do nothing. Like they couldn't get Jameer outside from me. They didn't need nothing else. Them up in between the tackles, bro. When they ran in between the tackles, bro, they was getting 45 yards minimum. 45
Yeah,
yards minimum. Them boys look good, man. They look way better.
yeah,
Shout out to Dan Campbell, man. Third time's a charm, bro. Finally got over that hump of the Ravens. That running
Yeah,
quarterback thing ate him up for years. It looked like Calvin Shepard had a plan. It was Aaron Glenn, bro.
yeah. And it helps when you got those mobile linebackers that could go sideline to sideline instead of uh north and south, right? Because
Nah,
when
they
you got
always
that
had
running,
that though.
yeah, but it seems like it's clicking.
It
It's
was
more evident now, right?
it's
Because the
the
way they would.
scheme.
A matter of fact, I'm not even going to say linebackers. It was the defensive line. What's the young man named Muhammad? Muhammad was in a
Hmm.
lot of. He had 2.5 sacks tonight,
Yeah, he
and
was showing up. He showed
he
up.
showed up. And that's why I tell you, a healthy Aiden Hutchinson, he can free another person up because you got to chip and double team. They leaving Mark Andrews in a lot of the time. But then he got to go out, and as soon as he go out, Hutchinson makes a play. Muhammad's on the other side. They meet each other at the quarterback. Yeah, I'll meet you there. And he's not gonna stay in the pocket anyway. But still, when you can get about 5 or 6 sacks on a quarterback, your defense is having a good day. I don't care if they scored 30 points. Like I said, that 30 points didn't. It was really like 23. 20, yeah,
That,
it was 22, whatever the score. Yeah, it was 22 because they made the 2 point conversion at the end. But that's what happens when your defense is meeting each other at the quarterback. You getting timely turnovers. You get to rest your defense and let your offense run the ball. Montgomery had a big game. That 72-yard rushing that rushing play. That pretty much took all the air out of the defense at that particular time. And like I said, when you could stop the run game, all they can do is pass. You ready for it. And like I said, 6 sacks. You can't ask for nothing better.
shout out to Calvin Shepard, man. The difference between their defense last year and this year, Aaron Glenn had them boys playing hard, but Calvin Shepard put them in the right position, bro. He took them out of them zones. Them zones was getting them ate alive, bro. That's what was getting them. And now they playing more men, or they playing some more cover two. And that's their thing. Is them linebackers can move, man. The linebackers can
Mm-hmm.
move. You got them sitting there. This is the problem, especially with Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell he gotta stay moving. Once he's sitting in the spot, it take him a while to get going. But when you see you got that man moving, I've seen a couple of plays where Campbell was fine. That one play when uh he caused the fumble when they was down on the goal line
Mm-hmm.
and ended up getting fourth and out. That's what happened when you know your players and play to their strength, man. And that's what I see this new defensive coordinator doing. He playing to the player's strength. He letting Branch do his thing. He see Branch drop down a lot, man. I was watching him like, okay, yeah, that's see Branch. He dropped down. Branch, he a cover safety, man. Let him do his thing, man.
Yeah, you just got DJ Reed coming over to the team. Like I said, it's a new system. So, but it's always going to start with Aiden Hutchinson because as long as they get, if they get that pressure without blitzing and doing all of that, it's just a different game when you don't have to send 5 or 6 and you can have 7 in coverage. See what I'm saying? And when you
Bro,
got
they
7
started
in coverage,
doubling him.
you can do a lot.
They started doubling him in the fourth, bro. I was like, oh, now they doubling. He was putting the pressure on that back end, bro. And then I
Mm-hmm.
like how they kept switching them up. They kept letting the A's go to the left and let Alfred go to the right. So I mean, they did. I like they look like they got it together. They're getting it together, bro.
Yeah, and like I said, those
Before we
four.
go, bro, because wasn't the Ravens the top offense in the league?
Yeah, they the top Russian. They was the top Russian team, but not tonight. Like I said, I think you guys had over 200 yards rushing,
Yeah,
200 yards rushing, and I think you had over. I know he threw for at least 200 yards.
man, that's nasty. And James,
Yeah,
man,
200.
and they
Yeah,
and they receivers, he got so many weapons, bro. Man, this got to be the year. This got to be the year. Aiden healthy right now. Elaine McNeil about to come back, bro. Do you know what that's gonna do to the line? You got him and that new dude, bro. That dude from Ohio State, the DT they took in the first round. Man, people was mad at that pick. They go, you should have got it. Man, that dude is causing havoc in the middle, bro. He's pushing two people back, bro. And he's
Yeah.
causing so much. And then with Elaine McNeil, I like DJ Reader. He good. He's a good big body. He good, but that new dude they got drafted when Elaine McNeil come back, them two in that middle, bro, that's gonna be problems, bro. That shit gonna be I can't wait to see that.
So, y'all upcoming games, like I said, y'all play Cleveland Sunday. Y'all go to Cleveland. Y'all host Cincinnati on the 5th. Y'all host Kansas City. That'll be a Sunday night game on the 12th. And then y'all play the Bucks on Monday night on the 20th. So,
That schedule ain't looking that bad no more, bro.
you're not worried about it when you got that momentum. But that's why I tell people the beauty of sports, man. Once you get that momentum going, you ain't worried about who's coming. You ain't worried. Like, listen. Baker Mayfield is playing some very good football. You know what I mean? He got his team at 3-0. You know what I mean? So that's something I know they're gearing up for. They're gearing up for Mike Evans. I don't know if Godwin's coming back before then. They got this young kid that number 8. What is his name? I can't pronounce his name. You whatever the hell his name is, but he's playing good at the receiver spot. But I think that's gonna definitely be last team with the ball win, and that's a Monday night game.
I ain't worried about that.
Detroit is they picking up steam. I know everybody would the earth was falling after week 1. But give yourself some time. You guys will build it back up, and now y'all going in the right direction.
Well, after week 2, wasn't nobody worried no more. And then it solidify everybody's stuff after week 2. That's all this game did. It solidified it.
Thanks to the Cowboys, because the Cowboys making it look like y'all, the defense was really back, right? You let Caleb score 4 touchdowns on the Cowboys. Like he threw 4 touchdowns.
I don't even know. I mean, Cowboys suck, bro.
Nah, listen, man. I don't know what they they can say what they want. They thought they won that trade because they got 2 first-round draft picks. That don't mean the hill beans.
That don't mean nothing, bro. I mean, you let go Michael Parsons, bro. That was your defense, man. That was your spear, bro. That's like Lions trading Aiden Hutchinson for 5 first-round picks. I'd be mad at that. I don't give a fuck what you got in the next 5 years, bro. You need 5 first-round picks for. And then you don't even know what position they're gonna be in the pick, man.
Oh no, they're gonna be in the late. They're gonna be a playoff team. We all could say that with very good confidence. As we said like I said at the beginning of the year, which division is going to get 3 teams out of the NFC? Like right now, right? You guys, all 3 of y'all is 2-1, right? You got the Seahawks 2-1. You got the 49ers at 3-0. Tough loss for the Rams because they should be 3-0. But I don't know what the hell happened with the field goal. They kept kicking it low. They kept getting blocked all day yesterday. But the Rams should be 3-0, right? And that's just being honest. But Philly always find a way to win. That's just them, right? So, there's some good football that's being played, right? We not worried about who's coming out the South. We ain't worried about no Falcons if they don't win. If the Bucks win, we know ain't nobody else coming out of there, right? And then you got the NFC East. Well, let's see how long Jaden Daniels don't play, and then we'll have a conversation. Cowboys ain't gonna make. I don't think the Cowboys gonna make the playoffs. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's too many teams.
Trash, bro. Their defense trash, bro. And their offense is shaky. I don't care if you picked up George Pickens. To me, he wasn't. He a system wide receiver, bro.
Right.
With the Steelers, bro. I don't see him. I don't know, bro.
You can't feed them both. You can't feed CD and Pickens because that means you ain't gonna run the ball. So how does that work? It's not like that's the uniqueness of the Lions, right? You got J-Mo. He's not really crying for the ball. He gonna get his touches, but he's not gonna cry for the ball. He know 14 he gonna get them touches first. Then I look for you, and then when I look for you, I'm gonna look for Laporta. See, that's the beauty of not having divas on your team. when you have a team, you all cheer for each other. All right, you get that. All right, JMO, you got it this week. Look at the running backs. All right, Dave, you rock this week. Next week gonna be my week though. Bet. All right, cool. We're gonna cheer for each other. Next week, Jameer Gibbs might have 150 yards running. It's not an ego based thing. When you have a team that works together, it's a beautiful thing. You ain't worried about nothing else but that. So
this is the crazy thing about J-Mo. J-Mo get 200 yards on fucking 2 receptions, bro. That's the thing about J-Mo. I mean, he might not got all the receptions, but he be getting the reacts, bro. J-Mo
girl dad, what's going on with you?
What up, though, girl dad? What up, though, bro?
So, when you have that situation, like I said, when you have that camaraderie, you're not gonna have that. Well, I need the ball too. Like even when you look at the Eagles, you got AJ Brown complaining. So now when push comes to shove last week, as the Rams took the 26-7 lead, he made himself known. Like I'm still here, and that helped them drive them in that fourth quarter. So it's just about doing the right things at the right time and not having no ego, especially when you have running backs like Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery or Saquon or Christian McCaffrey in San Francisco. When you have those type of guys, you can play action pass all day long, and that's going to free your guys up. Now see what happened this week. Now don't be surprised if Jameson Williams is running down the field next week and he got 150 yards reception because they worrying about the run. You see what I'm saying? It all builds up, and it's on tape. So, damn, they might try to run it down our throat. Now they play action pass. Hey, did Jameson Williams down the field, touchdown. Oh, there you go. You know what I mean? But and like I said, when the defense is coming together at the same time, you got to have that encouragement. Like, yo, I don't care who we play. We can match up with everybody. I don't care what you're talking about. And that's what Detroit is looking like right now. So,
my phone.
No, you good.
Nah, bro, I'm looking this junk weird, bro. Like it was in my pocket, and then I got it out, and now I don't know. I ain't gonna worry about it. Yeah, you have to see it, bro.
But it feel good to get them victories early, though. I'll tell you that. Look, Baltimore's 1-2, and they play Kansas City. I don't know how that game gonna turn out. Can't they play
City ain't looking too hot, bro.
I mean, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like they ain't looking hot, but they win the game against the Giants. That's why it makes an indictment on Dallas because Russell Wilson thought for damn near 500 yards. He can't get in the end zone. How the hell that happened? See what I'm saying? It's just crazy.
Barkley, that's what.
It's sad.
Teams be feeling themselves too much, man. You got a franchise player. You need to. That's the problem going to be with the Lions in the next couple of years, bro. Because
the creativity of the Lions. I don't know, man, but I think.
Everybody gotta get paid. They still gotta pay Aiden. They gotta pay Gibbs. They gotta pay Laporta. I mean, that's a good problem to have, though. But you gotta pay.
Yeah. Now if you start seeing a different tight end come in the scene, and look at Aiden Hutchinson punching that ball out of Derrick Henry on. That's his third fumble in the last 3 weeks. He gonna fumble every game. He got fumble problems. If he get it together, it'll be nice. But I'm glad. I know Detroit. Like, thank God you had it this week because we gonna score right off of that, and they sure as hell did. Right after that, you got a wide open St. Brown, and then they run the ball in again. So it's just about getting the right momentum at the right time, and right now they in stride to take over. So I mean, you guys don't get to play Green Bay yet. I mean, y'all played them already, but y'all probably won't play them to the middle of the season. Yeah, you played. Yeah, you played the Lions. You played the Bears and you played the Packers already. Only ones you ain't played yet is Minnesota.
Oh,
You guys, the Lions.
oh, you said that you played the Lions, you played the Bears, you played the Packers. I
Yeah, you
thought you
played the
talking about
Bears and the
playing.
Packers already. That was like week 1 and week 2. So you already got 2 division games already. You got 2 more with the Vikings and 1 each with the Lions and the Packers. Your division season is over, and y'all already 1-1. So everything is in favor for you guys to be right back in at the top of the division. So this damn game of football, boy. This is why you got to play the games, though. I know Green Bay thought they wasn't going to lose to the damn Lions. I mean to the Browns. Tricked their ass.
Who was quarterbacking, bro?
Who for the Browns?
Yeah.
Flacco.
Mm.
Flacco. They got Shador on third string quarterback. Probably he just there because I think
I don't blame him. I
They
don't
pulled
blame
him
him.
1 week and let Dylan Gabriel play. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, let's see how that works.
I don't blame them though. I mean, they don't want to get that mad. Look who they playing, bro. They ain't just gonna throw them in there, bro.
Oh no, I get it. I get it because if we being honest, they should have beat Cincinnati the first week. They just didn't make no field goals. They were supposed to beat Cincinnati week 1. They just didn't make the field goal, so they could be easily be 2-1.
They got a
So,
veteran quarterback who won Super Bowl, won
mm-hmm.
another Super Bowl. Then they got two young quarterbacks. One they probably, I believe they like Shador. And another one they like he a piece, you know. And if Flacco go down or he ain't doing good, you want to throw Shador in there. Like it depends who you playing. I'll let him get the soft game first. I would like if they playing some crazy defense, I wouldn't put him in there. Not right
I mean,
now. I
I
mean,
mean, it's too early to put him in. Like, it's not like a Giants situation, right? They crying for the kid Jackson Dart. I'm crying for the kid Jackson Dart. I don't care about what Russell Wilson did against the Cowboys. I saw what he did against the Kansas City Chiefs. Nothing. I see what he did the week before that. Nothing against the
oh
Commanders.
no,
So if Jackson Dart comes in, I think Russell Wilson will not play another down in the NFL again. So
in the
this
NFL, damn. You think he done done?
he done. He has to be. What he got 13 years in. He only know how to throw the deep ball, but he's too short to stand in the pocket long enough to get the deep ball down the field. They're gonna crush him. Other than that, what is he good for? He not even. They taking him out to do option plays with Jackson Dart. So what is he good for? He's not even a running quarterback anymore.
Mm.
So but that's the beauty of watching all of these games. It's the beauty of the NFL, right? One minute you can have your day, and the next Sunday you can you can be looking
Dog
very
walk.
difficult. Yeah, you can look bad. But we did have a lot of quarterback injuries this week. Jaden Daniels didn't play. He was ruled out Friday. Brock Purdy didn't play. Justin Fields got a concussion. So it's like 4 or 5 quarterbacks that didn't even play this week.
Did the Jets lose? I didn't even see that game.
Yeah, they lost.
Who did they play?
The Bucks.
I think I picked the book.
Yeah, you picked the Bucks. We both picked the Bucks. I didn't even pick the Jets. I didn't pick them at all. I'm picking them Monday. I think they could beat the Dolphins. But yeah, but they blocked. Look, they blocked the field goal at like a minute and 30 seconds. Took the lead, ran it back. They blocked the field goal, ran it back, and Baker took them down the field and got a field goal. They won 29-27.
Oh
This is
wow.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like some guys, like I said, I can't even be mad at Baker Mayfield. He's doing what he needs to do to keep his team in winning predicaments. You can't take that from him. I don't care who they played. They played the Falcons. They won. I forgot who they played in week 2. They won that game. and they won this week. So the Bucks are looking good. They're one of those last teams that's 3-0. So that's just the way this thing is rocking. I don't know if you saw WrestlePalooza. Did you see WrestlePalooza?
No, I ain't seen it. No, I ain't
Man,
peeping
they
that
made
shit.
John Cena look like a wimp.
I seen it, yeah, right. I seen the highlights. Like I'm looking like, God damn, bro. I thought he was going. I knew they was gonna let Brock win, but I'm like, did they set this up for his last match against Brock? When I watched it, it just felt like that. Like he gonna come
That's
back
what
like
it's
I got
looking
my
like
ass
too.
whooped, like because he got what 6 more appearances, four or six.
5,
So
something like that.
I mean that can, I mean he can just come and talk twice, and then that can be his last match or whatever. And he gonna go out with it. If they make him lose his last match, they suck, bro. I might stop watching that shit. I'm on the verge, like man, they done shifted to ESPN, and it's like I'm thinking like, bro, we still fucked up in the economy. Now you want people to pay again? Like we was paying for Peacock watching this shit just a couple weeks ago, bro. And now
Right
you
now they
trying to
want you to
make
pay
people pay thirty
$30.
dollars. And then like with the ESPN, I was so mad, bro, because it's like I paid for the package, the Hulu, ESPN, and Disney. I'm paying for that, so I'm used to watching games, and now they talk about you need ES, ESPN Unlimited. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, man, I ain't about to pay that. I'm looking at the packages, bro. Man, that shit went from $19 a month to like 65. I ain't paying for that. No ads. I like ads. Shit. Especially if I get to save $30. I like the ads. Play the ads. Shit. I came up in the commercial days. I'm okay with ads. I ain't one of these 2000 babies. Like, what is an ad? What's a commercial? Like, nah, bro. We came up while waiting for
What
commercials to
is
come
that?
on,
Right.
man.
That's the bathroom breaks for us. Yeah, we can run to the bathroom
Right.
real quick. Bathroom, go get a snack, come back, set it up,
Hmm.
and then wait, what time is it? You about to set up?
Yeah, I'm already. I think I set up already before I came up. I didn't turn the computer on. I just plugged everything in. Yeah, man. I was about to go live yesterday. I don't think I have nothing to talk about bro. So you know how I get, man. If I ain't got nothing to say, I ain't coming on. I,
I get it.
but
I
I'm
get it.
talk about how people need drama tonight. Like it's a necessity.
That's what it's looking like. We'll be
Man,
over
this
there.
nigga.
I think Mod is on right now. Matter of fact,
Who? Who?
Mr. Mod.
Yeah, I was watching her a little bit earlier. You know.
I went up there earlier, said what's up, got ready for the show. But you know, I just wanted to get these shows out the way. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I just be chilling in people bushes, bro. I don't even be typing, bro. I be doing shit with the kids and chilling, bro. I be chilling. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't feel like typing. And then having time, like, if I come to your shit, I'm talking to you. You know what I'm saying? If I
Right.
go in there talking to mine, she be having a lot going on sometimes.
Yeah, she do.
Like, so she got a lot going. She just into her spill. I just sit back and listen. I went to
Yeah.
somebody else chat, bro. You know who Stevie Knight is? He a
Who?
YouTuber. This dude named Stevie Knight. I subscribe to him because I like his takes on music. Like he be reviewing music and stuff. But then he got a political like after this Charlie Kirk thing, like anybody can like anybody, right? But what be killing me is when people get pissed at somebody else that don't like the person they like. That's what get me, bro. When people pay attention to the opposite shit. And the way he talking, I'm looking like he was talking to Alba tonight. They did a live, and I'm probably gonna review it next week sometime. But I'm listening, I'm looking at his chat. I be like, bro, people are so fucking biased. Like, if y'all ever hear me say some bullshit, man, call me out on it, bro. But they attacking Alba, and I'm like, bro, what he's saying makes sense. So I went over to Alba chat, and then I see the opposite, and I'm looking like I just wanted to see, it be so many people. They be, I don't know what you call them, bro, just followers, bro. Just because they like this person, whatever they say can't be wrong. Like, nah, that ain't how it work, bro. Because I didn't subscribe to his ass after that. Because I'm looking like, bro, This how you think, bro. I can't even. That shit made me question why I even subscribe, bro.
but
That shit
but
made
that'd
me
be a
question
lot of
my
the
sanity.
problem. It'd be a
Like you
lot of
can
the
like
problem.
you
Yeah.
can like Charlie Kirk or whatever. It's just weird as a like to hear a black person defend the shit that he said about black people. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like I'd be thinking like, how do you do that? Like if any white person said they like Charlie Kirk, I ain't got nothing to say against that because that's who they relate to, that's who they associate to. It's their people, right? So
Right.
right or wrong, shit, I'm gonna ride with the nine. So if that's I can understand that, but a black person, I'm looking like, bro, you defending the shit that he said about Martin, and it was the other dude, man. I ain't gonna say it on your show, but this is other dude. I'm definitely gonna review what he said. 'Cause he was like, Charlie
Hmm.
Kirk did more black for black people than Martin Luther King. Like how? Martin Luther King made it where it's a crime if we get lynched, bro. What the fuck is you talking about? Like how did he do more? Before prior to that, bro, it was like black people, white person could just kill a black person and come up with any bullshit ass excuse, and they walking free.
Right.
Like
But
what
that's
the
what
fuck do you?
it's hard. It's like it's really hard to have those conversations because they so judgmental. They think their way is right. They're not even gonna hear the other side to make it okay. I understand your point. So they just like I said, it's just people want to be right. I can't really rock with that because if it's right, you don't have to be right, but they want to be right instead of the logic being right. So it's different conversations.
Like, bro, when he said that, I'm looking like, and they're like, you taking Charlie Kirk out of context. How the fuck am I taking him out of context when he's saying, if I'm getting on a plane, and I see a black pilot, I'm afraid because I don't know if he got hired by DEI.
Right. Come on.
Like, what, you think DEI just give you a job because you want it?
You're not
Like, bro,
intelligent.
come
Right.
on now, bro. Like, that just, DEI gives you an opportunity. It makes it fair where people have to consider you. They're obligated to have to consider you. And just because they consider you, they still don't. They can still say this person is better for the job. Oh, they get quotas. Okay, if they get quotas, right? If I'm a white company and I have to get a black person, I'm just not gonna hire any black person. If anything, that says more about the character of the people hiring versus the person they hiring. Oh, just because you need black people, you just go hire one who ain't qualified? No, you gonna get the best black person. If you don't want to be around black people, you got to. You gonna make sure you get the best qualified one. Especially like, come on now, man. And then when you look at the statistic, DI benefits white women first. So do you say that every time you see a white woman in a position of power? No. So it's a black thing. That's how they hide their racist rhetoric. They using DI to hide it. Like, nah, bro. It's because he black.
That goes back to the minority being a majority again.
Oh man, where did I put my? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing stuff without thinking. Yeah, I might not be on long tonight. I was so mad at my daughter last night, bro. I got everything settled. As soon as I laid down to go to sleep, her ass was up and didn't go to sleep till 6 o'clock this morning. So I was up at 6 o'clock. I'm like, I could have did a live. Shit.
The little mama says she ain't going to bed.
She in that phase where she wake up. They got that phase when my son did that shit when they wake up and like, hold on, bro, this ain't no nap. This bedtime. What they call it, recessive, regressive sleep or something like that. I don't know what they call it, but she started waking up in the middle of the night and want to be up all night, like it's daytime. What is that called, Barry? Recessive sleep.
Mr. Thump.
Yeah.
You talked to her, Mr. Thump.
Now you see how I felt when I was watching the game.
Regression.
Regression, sleep regression. I walked in and she watching her ghost show, and I'm like, "What is it called?" She's like, "I missed the thump. You're talking." I'm like, "Okay, don't talk to your ass no more." Oh, yeah, let me get off here, bro. I'm gonna go over here and fire this up.
Well, shout out to the winner of the pick of the weeks, Coach D, aka the Word, with a
I
13.
got it this week.
Yeah, you won.
By what? One game?
I don't know.
I think
You
the
won-
only thing we picked.
You won by 4 games.
game, wasn't it? For real?
You won by 4 games. I picked.
Oh, the Lions and the Colts.
I picked the Ravens. I picked the. I don't remember. I forgot who I picked. There was a bunch of teams that lost. I picked the Broncos. You picked the Chargers. Whatever team you picked and won, I picked and lost. But the rest of them we did pick together. So, I mean, we had the same picks. But you won, so congratulations to the co-host, the 33 brother.
Man, if it wasn't for you, I mean, I didn't know the injury report because I think I picked against Washington and the Bengals.
You still pick Washington.
I did. Oh, I like Mary. I like Mariota. That's why.
You picked
Because
Mariota.
I was about to pick, but then I seen Mariota was like, did they win?
Who?
Bro, Washington.
Yeah, they destroyed those dudes. They
Who
destroyed
did
the
they play?
Raiders. The Raiders.
Oh, never mind. That's another reason why I picked it. I don't care if Joe Montana came back and threw a couple passes.
Yeah, I messed around and picked them last week over the Chargers. It's like I said, there's certain quarterbacks that's playing good right now. You got Herbert that's playing good. You got Baker Mayfield that's playing good. Daniel Jones is the shock of the year so far. He's 3 and they said that the Colts only punt the ball 1 time in 3 games. What the hell they doing over there? Where was this at with the Giants? I don't know. This just goes to show you leave New York, you can become something. I guess I don't know.
Some teams put players in positions for their system. Some teams create systems for the players.
And well,
that's why golf is. If golf go anywhere else, he would not get down like he getting down.
I mean, even what's his name? Donald. He played well last year. I mean, he's 2-1, but he did lose against the 49ers, but they're 3-0. See what I'm saying? So it's just it could be the environment. Sometimes you get around a losing system, a losing mentality, a losing organization, you get seeped in, you get sucked into it.
That's what the Reed dude who came from the Jets.
Yeah.
That's why he was shocked because he seen when they was getting ready for the Packers. I guess I don't know how, but anyway. So what happened was they ran a practice and it was full contact, and Marcus Davenport blew up Jahmyr Gibbs, and he was looking like, "Hold on, bro, y'all be hitting like this?" He's like, "Yeah, man." He was like, "Oh, this is different from New York. You ain't allowed to touch people."
Yeah, they only hit they like scrimmages, right? Like if the Jets play the Giants, they'll hit them. They won't hit each other.
Lions, bro, that's the city, bro. We hit us.
Yeah. 3-1-3. They trying to get their spot back. Commander, you ain't going 4-0, Commander. What's up?
What up, though, Commander? Oh, yeah, let me get my butt over here for real.
All right, shout out to the co-host as he get ready to get his live ready as we close up over here, man. Tomorrow is WNBA game 2s. The Mercuries are playing the Aces. The Mercuries is playing the Lynx. The Lynx with a 1-0 lead. And the Fever is leading 1-0 on the Las Vegas Aces. Even though they got Asia Wilson, she won MVP. But sometimes when you go up against the huge favorites, when you play with house money, so to speak, you can go in there and play your game and you ain't got nothing to lose, and then you start having fun. I'm telling y'all, when you play sports, the best way you're gonna win a game is when you start to enjoy it. When you start to enjoy yourself, you ain't putting no pressure on yourself, You're playing and it's flowing freely. 9 times out of 10, you're going to win the game. So, so the Fever is playing with house money because ain't nobody got them supposed to be in there because Caitlin Clark's not playing, and they're playing the Aces, and they got they playing with house money right now. Let's see what happens in game 2. Will the Aces come back and tie the series at 1-1? We'll find out tomorrow. Will the Phoenix Mercury tie the series up against the number 1 seed Minnesota Lynx? We'll find out tomorrow. And Thursday, like I said, is the Seahawks will be traveling to, I'm gonna say Arizona because I don't think they're playing Phoenix no more. They'll be traveling in Arizona to play the Cardinals. And don't forget, guys, there's going to be a 9:30 game. Vikings and I almost said Packers. Vikings and Steelers because I thought about Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be 9:30 Sunday in Ireland. They're playing a game overseas, so that's why the first game is going to be 9:30 Eastern Standard Time and maybe 8:30 in Central. But there's going to be an early game on Sunday. But we'll talk about that going through the week. And at Major League Baseball, there's only 6 games left. Things are going, they trying to solidify positions, wild cards, division titles. We'll talk about all that Sunday. But in the meantime, in between time, from the Channel 9 studio, this is Mr. 33 shutting it down. We'll see you guys Friday to talk about SmackDown. Thursday night game. Well, we may talk about Thursday night game. I won't promise you if it's a good game, I'll pop up. I'm not going to do that. But Friday, definitely. And we'll talk about the schedule. I mean, the games, and we'll list it so people could pick it for the Sunday games. So until then, y'all get ready. The word is getting ready to fire up and have that conversation. We'll be over there supporting him. Until Friday, guys, Mr. 33 signing off.